Ever since I started playing LOTRO, I kind of really enjoyed the side questing, the world building, and just general exploration, but never really delved too much into raiding. Well, let me just say, I had no idea what I was missing out on. It was quite apparent to me that this, in at least in my opinion, is where Lord of the Rings Online truly shines. Yes, the landscapes are fantastic. Yes, the quests are brilliant. Some of the voice acting is excellent. But my God, these raids, specifically Rift. I'm talking about you, Rift. It's carnage. It's absolute chaos. And correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you can go in with like 12 people. Or at least it seemed like there's 12. It could have been 200 for all I know. There was just so many people going on. At one point, there were so many people on my screen, I couldn't work out who was on my team and who were the enemies that I'm supposed to be killing. It all kind of starts off like relatively calm. I'll use Rift here as an example. You kind of enter in, you're traversing your way through sort of the caverns and the rafts and stuff, picking up like one or two mobs here and there, and then it just goes off, bro. Like there are just so many enemies, and the health that these enemies have got, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, we were, at one point, I'm pretty sure we were fighting enemies of like 130,000, 150,000 HP, which I know full well is not the most in the game. As you level up, it scales drastically. But at level 50, when I've got 1,800 health on my Lawmaster, that is incredibly scary, trust me, because I am very, very squishy. We had this really epic moment, when you guys will know if you're watching this video kind of what the raid is and what you do, but everyone had jumped off of this first raft where you go and meet the first like friendly giant that's standing in front of the cave that like talks to you. And there was one guy that was like left behind that had no idea where we went, and everyone actually doubled back for him, like completely left what they were doing, stopped fighting, and ran back to help this guy. And I was like, okay, this never happens. Name me one MMO where that guy would not be completely forgotten into the Shadow Realm. Like, it just does not happen. We had so many different classes. There were captains, there was champions, with a minstrel, there was 2 rune keepers. I think I was on par with like 3 lore masters, and it just felt like such a good time. I had no idea who these people were. I just thought, I saw it in the Looking for Fellowship, and I was like, do I give it a go? It's my first one. Like, are people going to be mad because I don't know what I'm doing? It just, do you know what? Like, I don't even understand how people can be mad, because how you can keep up with anything in such a good way is amazing. And one of the biggest learning curves and like standout points for me, there was this one boss that you fight that if you attack this boss first, it's got like a 200% reflect damage with fire damage. So I cast like Wizard's Fire, and dude, like, I was dead instantly. And I think, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure like 3 of my other teammates died because of me. I'm pretty sure it's like a party reflect or something. But I fucked up. Like, I fucked up bad, but it was so good. It's so good. Especially, I think I've got a clip, which I'll insert now, but you can just see, like, some of your teammates, like, running off into the distance, and then there's, like, this massive, like, Scooby-Doo, like, horde of enemies, like, all chasing all of your party members. And there's hundreds, dude. There's so many. There's AoE heals going off. There's explosions over here. And then the loot. Oh, my God, the loot. Like, the fact that, yes, you have to roll for loot, right? But the fact that you're opening these massive chests and they've got like 8 or 9 items in, and everyone's like scrolling through trying to click what they need, and at the same time other people are progressing, so people are still carrying on whilst you're still trying to roll for your loot. That in itself is like a fucking raid boss just trying to get what you want, I swear to God. Once you clear a certain part, especially in Rift, I'm not sure if any of the other raids are the same, I'm guessing they are, but there's like built-in side quests into the raids themselves, which I've never seen before. Like, if you take raids from like WoW or like Final Fantasy 14, the raid is the raid, right? That's kind of the quest. But to have little side quests built in that you can pick up at the same time, I thought was fantastic. It's like a story kind of like woven into a story, which is just amazing. And then you really get this sense of like you're descending into something, right? Like, it doesn't feel, the one thing that Lord of the Rings Online does really well is it doesn't feel linear. It doesn't feel flat. Like, you really do feel like you're delving into like a cave or like a dwelling or something, and everything just gets progressively worse as you go along, which honestly, like, for me and my like little nerd brain, it just does so much for me. I love seeing like all of the like the nasty, like dark-rooted creatures and the twisted abominations. I love just how dark things can get, so that was a massive, massive positive for me. After being exposed to this world and the rewards, because not only do you get rewards in terms of loot in the raids, you also get coins and currency that you can spend with the traders, depending on which area you're actually running the raids in. Like, this for me is a massive descent into chaos now. Like, I am going to be striving for this sort of stuff relentlessly now. It really has got me like hooked, because to begin with I was like, okay, I'm level 50, let's go and do some deeds, let's like walk around for a bit, maybe clear up some side quests. Like, no, that's parked for me now. I'm like, I just want to raid, I just want to get in amongst 12 people, providing there are 12, there could be more, who knows, and I just want to cast my Ring of Fire, I just want to throw my little sticky gourd, do Nature's Fury, and I want to rinse and repeat, get some good loot, die a load of times, and just have fun, because my god, raiding in Lord of the Rings Online has got such a classic, just a real raw feel about it. Even the way that you put the groups together, the way that you can muster up your party using the mustering horde to summon you to a certain location, the way that you're not like for example, some MMOs, they'll split parts of the raid up with invisible walls, right? So you can pull like wall to wall. Like, truthfully, in LOTRO, if you just want to go, and which I think one of our tanks did actually, if you just want to go and like pull everything, like, I don't advise it, but you can do that. Like, it really does feel super, super raw, and yeah, it's just so, as you can tell, like, I'm super, super excited about it. But this is definitely a side of Lord of the Rings that I haven't seen, and I'm so glad I've now experienced it, especially on the legendary servers, because I can now look forward to the other raids and other content that's coming out. But let me know if you guys have been into raiding. I'm sure there's plenty of veterans that watch this channel and these videos. You know, what was your first experience like? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? That'd be really cool to hear. As always, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.